Pop- Populous. Share screen. Send request. Come on, Justice.
I gotta change that in Zoom settings permanently.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So, okay, the awakened, the,
Popular.
oh, there
A
we
bot more.
go.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, back in the mix. Look at that. Actually, a few, well, two with good reach. Who is she? Nice. This is actually this is a little thing that you guys might want to try out. If did we speak about this on one of the previous calls? I don't know if we did. But there's a new feature that's rolled out to a few select Instagram accounts. Let me follow you from this account actually. There's a feature called what is it called? Trial Reels. So when you go to post a reel, you might see that there's something underneath the caption when you go to write the caption to the reel. It might be something they're saying post as trial reel. And it's essentially a new feature that Instagram has where you can post a piece of content. It's not going to go to your audience. It's going to go to a brand new audience. And it's essentially just bringing back traffic to your account. Literally, what you guys can do, if you get that feature or when you get that feature on your account, like for you, Dom, you could take all of these posts and post them all again with the trial feature,
Right.
trial reels. They're not going to go on your feed. They're literally just going to be yeah, going out into older audiences. But I mean, I don't really have other than getting back to this, I don't have any feedback, bro. Like you're doing it right, you're doing it well. It's working. What I maybe would do is if I'm gonna be like super specific is
Yeah.
move this a little bit closer and make it a little bit smaller, but other than that, like it's just, minute details. Um
Okay.
yeah, well done. Let's go.
Sweet.
Who is next? Who wants to drop their Instagram account? We'll do a little review, get some feedback. There we go. New Earth News. Okay, okay, okay.
Trying to keep it trying to keep it light as possible
Yeah.
at the minute. Trying to balance it out, you know what I mean? Bit of contrast.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that's, I mean that's the aim of the game at the end of the day. So yeah.
This is a
Just
great
just
hook.
just trying out bits and pieces, seeing what
Yeah.
hits.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Nicely done on these. I can see it. Personally, I would remove this the watermarks here at the bottom.
Yeah, I have
Simply
on my recent ones. Yeah,
okay. Dope, dope. Yeah, simply
yeah.
because this, you know,
It's already there. It's a bit crowded, yeah. Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
This is good though. One thing that I am kind of like, profile picture. Maybe there's definitely better profile photo out there. Um, it's a good one though, to be honest. New York News. It's actually never. It's actually a good one. I guess I'm like being perfectionist, but if there's anything that I would change, it wouldn't be the profile photo to start. Um, remove this thing as well.
Yeah.
The tag too. Well, if you're gonna do yeah, if you're doing it at the top, yeah, here you go. So this would be the appropriate way to go about it. One thing that I would recommend is always run up the same font and the same. I kind of oh, you want to keep the text size almost like similar size. Essentially, like this is a little bit too big, and it's too big because Twitter fonts would never be this big type beat. So that's kind of like what we're trying to emulate. I would also just not have capital letters. Sorry, not capital letters, bold. In this case, I would just have it um
Okay. Yep.
non-bold. But this is it. Like
Yep.
the way you did this one is essentially the perfect template. Welcome to the revolution, lighting the way, awakening. Yeah, it's fire, bro. It's yeah, this is it. It's moving, testing. Good shit, bro. Good shit.
Wicked.
Wicked indeed. Anyone else wanna get some feedback? Meg, I would love to have a peek at your account. Anita as well.
Yeah, it's the same New York creators as in the.
There we go. Yes. One bit of feedback on this is when there's a hook here, I would recommend like this is essentially kind of like a hook. I would literally like use this same text, me sending curated conspiracy research to my friends according to their intelligence. I would have that written in this font here, and then I would
Mm,
just crop out the video.
yeah, gotcha. Mm-hmm.
So obviously same thing here as well, removing this, removing that. And then
Mm-hmm.
here it could literally be the war on food, or there's a war on food and nobody's talking about it.
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
So yeah, you kind of get the idea. That way it
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
feels, clean and simple. But overall, it's moving. This is looking proper. So yeah, that's on point. And yeah, it's getting some good traction on a few of these. It's good to see. Nice, 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 nice. Then we have carnivore crowd. Oh wow. What happened here? This is a great logo. This is a great logo. Give it a little follow. Wisdom from carnivore and ancestral health experts for informational purposes only, not medical advice. Great, like specific pick of niche. Like conscious, new perspectives on this specific topic. Like those kinds of niches will always do well. This is super cool, super specific. I love the bio as well for information purpose only, not medical advice. This is yeah, this is great. This is great. Great logo. Let's have a look at the reels. The same format, good. So it's changed, format's changed slightly, I can see. Here was yeah, kind of like a little box in the background. Now it is in this format. So my recommendation here would be um I believe this is a little template box on Canva. This is okay. Personally, if I was to be do exactly what I would do, I would have the squared box here, have a little bit less corner rounding on the corners, simply because that's what it looks on Twitter, and it's just a more proven format that works. Uh, Fast food hack for carnivores. The background is cool though, like consistency on the background, that's good. Um, I think the font, I would have personally, I mean, the font is what am I actually kind of gauging here? So, I think I would just mainstreamify, that's not a word. Kind of just like make the font and the emojis are not the Apple emojis. If you're going to use emojis in your hooks, I would recommend using the Apple ones. But I recommend not using emojis at all, typically in the hooks or in the text on top. Um, Spaciousness between the text is a little bit too much. I would have the text a little bit closer, and then I would probably use one of the common the standard fonts, the Helvetica, the Arial type beat because it's just more familiar. So people are more likely to engage with the post, even though um, it looks similar. It's kind of just speaking to the connecting to the programming. But video selection's great. I mean, obviously it's working. It's absolutely working. Um, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Last, yeah, do we want to do any more feedback? Let me know, drop it in the chat. And if not, we're gonna get into some teachings. So actually, let's do that. We're gonna be talking about the carousel frameworks. So I'm gonna pull up those Canva templates. So essentially, this is the lead generation bit of the program. So let's see, screen number 2. So underneath here, you got the links, 100 lessons carousel, example, and Canva template. So this is one of them. It's consistently one of the most effective ways. So like, for example, for you, Meg, this would be a powerful way to go about doing any lead generation related to your page. Would literally be 100 lessons, or it could be 50 lessons. Like it doesn't have to be 100, or it could be 20. But I recommend above 20 because then it's like you kind of just rapid fire them. 20, 30 lessons about the carnivore diet that the mainstream would never tell you. Boom. And then carousel comes, posted on the main feed. You got a exciting photo on the front line. I mean, this is a personal brand, so obviously we had photos of Brandon Dawson before and after, but you would just have something, maybe an exciting photo of a steak or a cow or something along those lines to kind of grab in the attention. And then, the sliders are just rapid fire advice. And then towards the end, you hit them with the hook or the CTA if you want to learn more about X, Y, and Z, if you want to step into, this diet, or if you want to check this thing out. I made a little guide or whatever it is, essentially just a call to action about whatever you got now. If you want more than what you got in this Instagram post, essentially comment this keyword below, boom, call to action fires, and yeah, it goes through the system.
Quick shout, Thor, especially
Yes.
because we're talking about the carnivore niche here. It might be wise to pull up Carnivore Aurelius because he's pioneered an
Oh,
entirely
this is great.
template style, especially for the carousels.
Yeah, see, oh, he just hit 1 million. Yeah, that's a great shout. So essentially, this guy started his account. This is great context, actually. This guy started his account as a faceless theme page. It still to this day is a faceless theme page. However, it has personality to it. It's not just a faceless theme page anymore. It has a brand. And so if you, that's wild. He's got 999 posts. If you go through and kind of like study his content, you're going to see how it has been evolving over time to be more and more of his personality. But this guy still doesn't show his face. This is him. I'm pretty sure that's him. But he still doesn't show his face. He's selling all kinds of different products, affiliating products, selling all kinds of stuff. And yeah, we'll have a look at a few things. I mean, So none of the content is his own. All that he's doing is, like you guys know, adding that Twitter approach here, preaching the wisdom is his own stuff. This is also not him. Um, I'm pretty sure that's not him. Yeah,
No, it's not.
no
He's
way. No, it's
look at the post context. It's all about the father mother relationship.
yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah. But
Like,
essentially, like he's crafted, it started with like his main thing. I mean, you can see it in his bio. It's moo. It's like fucking, it's about cows, it's about the carnivore diet, it's about this way of living. And so the whole brand has been crafted around that specifically. What kinds of content is he doing? He's doing a lot of reels. And like now he's making his own reels. I don't know if you guys can hear the audio, but essentially the voice in the background is him, and that's it. The rest of the clips are not his. Sometimes he will have his own clips. Um, I think this might be his own clip.
I've got to
But
ask real
essentially,
quick, bro. I
yeah,
just got to
dive
ask real
in.
quick. Is there would you have to reach out to people to get that kind of footage, or is that kind of footage of the other families just to like
It's a good
it's on
question.
the
It's a good
internet?
question.
Do you
It's
know what
on,
I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's on the internet. It is free domain. And so like you post something on Instagram, you don't own that picture anymore. Like it's free range on Instagram. However,
Mm.
and so like what I would do is I would tag the people where if you know where you're finding the content from, give credit, tag them. If you don't know, sometimes I just put in my caption, credit, colon, unknown. Please comment if you know who this was from. So that's kind of just like the respectable thing to do. But Instagram is the Wild West. And so everybody's using everybody's content. Some people are anal about it and will kind of like, oh, you used my video. You should give me credit. I'm going to report you. I don't think I've ever had that happen on my account. But I know a few people that have had that happen to them where they've, deleted posts because somebody was anal about it. But general rule of thumb, you're going to be fine. Yeah.
cool. So to bring in an interesting note here, I've studied the carnivores page for a minute now because when we was going through the personal branding program, this is one of the first ones that you pointed out, Thor. Something that he does really well is value-based carousels and value-based hooks with data behind them, especially if you have a niche that is about anything related to health, wellness, human development, right? If even if you're doing news, whatever it is, you can find information, you can find data on that niche, right? And if you look through his Twitter carousels like this, right, he's constantly mixing engagement with memes. He's putting the Twitter format in the middle of a picture. Like if you were to scroll back to the last slide, Thor,
The first one or the last one?
that one right there, or yeah, either one of these, the second one. So go to the next one, right there. So he takes the Twitter carousel and puts it right in the middle of a photo, right? So it brings this extra personality to the page
Hmm.
as well. And I'm sure you'll find if you click through a few of his posts, as he goes through, he presents data in his reels for what he's talking about. And that data is quintessential to make it shareable because it makes it valuable. Because if you're someone scrolling on Instagram and you want to send something to your friend, you want to send something to them because either you want to convince them of something, you think it's funny, or it's valuable and could help them change their life. Right? So when you're thinking about that, that's what virality is. It's always about why would I send this to someone and why is this important for the world to see? And the more reasons you can give people that your content is important and should be a reason to be shared, the more viral prone it is, especially if you're bringing in cultural relevance, world news, personality like like the Italian grandpa smoking right there, right? And see, here you go. You're not losing your hair because of DHT. Is that Al Pacino? No, who is that? Oh, that's De Niro. But yeah, like
No
this right
idea.
here. You're not losing your hair because of DHT. You've probably just got thyroid and lots of stress. He cites the research article and highlights the most important thing. Boom. All right. If you've been telling your friends about this, bro, I've been trying to tell you this is why you're losing your hair. Now you've got the research. Send it to that motherfucker, Like that's the psychology behind this.
So like the creativity behind this page is phenomenal. Like, you know,
Exactly.
fucking back in 1930s, people weren't bald. Okay, now he's connecting that dot to the Matrix, the society. It's like it's very clever. Even this, it's like it makes sense that a hair and fucking animal in a suit is gonna lose its hair and shit like that, and the animal in the wild is not. It's like yeah, it makes perfect sense. It's yeah. So for pages to study in relation to here, this is completed of 4 months using red light therapy. Wow, that is wild. I've been telling one of my friends to fucking do paida, which is this Asian Chinese slapping technique that essentially like stimulates the you basically go like this. It's really painful and
Yes.
uh and it stimulate the blood cells and whatnot and like removes a lot of shit from the system and also it's the same thing what you do with a beard. I got a beard brush, which kind of pokes the skin and stimulates the blood and so that way you kind of you know pour more life force into it, which then it will grow. But it's like it's funny because there's so much there's so much to talk about because society is so fucking backwards, and that's the kind of shit that also goes viral. Um, but at the end of the day, like this is a great case study, and obviously adding more and more personality to the account. Because the faceless theme page can become a full-on brand. I mean, that's how a lot of these brands were built, like 9gag or these other, meme pages and whatnot. They're actual brands. They're worth millions and millions of dollars. This Instagram account, he could probably sell for $1 million at least, um, because it's actually got a whole personality. It's like starting a business. And so the more of kind of your essence that you pour into it over time, like first master the virality, and then you're going to be pouring in more and more and more of your own essence, your own kind of uniqueness, your own personality. Like maybe you're not the kind of guy to post Italian, like this guy's all about moving to Italy, living with a fucking pet cow. Maybe your thing is different type beat. And he's really about roasting seed oils. Everybody's going to kind of find their own unique thing. Um, this is a great piece of content. I might have to repost this. I've taken a lot of inspiration from my account, um, from his page. But yeah, that's Carnivore Aurelius. That is Carnivore Aurelius. Pause there. Anything you would add here, Justice?
Simply that remember now as you're using Instagram, your relationship with it changes. You're not a consumer, you are a creator. So as you are looking on your feed, as you're re-architecting your feed, every page that you see, every viral post that your feed sends you is a case study worth looking at. Follow your intuition, go look at that page, get professional on it. If you're going to make this your life and make this a viable source of income for you, it takes a level of intention and expertise. It's going to take energy to pour in. So go look at Carnivore Aurelius's page for yourself. Go look at the different types of content styles. Go look at his highest performing posts. And then sit down and brainstorm how you can apply that to your niche. That's the work of actually doing this like an expert, like a professional. There's professional means somebody who gets paid for what they do. You want to be a professional creator, you got to create like a professional, right? So lean in, get curious, go find other creators and brands that you admire, that you look up to, that are performing well, and go collect data. It's going to make you better. It's going to inspire you. It's going to fire you up, and then you'll have
It's literally what it is. This whole game is just data collection. At the end of the day, like you're deciphering, understanding what virality is and how it looks and how you re-architect that. And that's the skill. That's the main money skill in this game. And so yeah, let's bring it full circle, and then we're going to talk about also what is next after this call, essentially. So to bring it full circle, you go at your own pace with this, obviously. Build up the account, set up the automation with ManyChat, find an offer to affiliate, connect that to the ManyChat account, You post content, you build the brand, you build the brand, you build the brand. Like Meg, for example, at this point, you can absolutely be monetizing. And so I would highly recommend finding an offer in relation to this niche. Maybe it's the same collagen, I don't know how you say that, collagen,
Yeah,
whatever.
collagen. You could literally
Collagen.
affiliate Carnivore Aurelius as collagen.
There you go. Yeah. So like that's an option. And it's literally as simple as setting up a ManyChat sequence for that specific offer so that the link goes to your link. You put together a carousel piece of content, 100 pieces of advice that I wish I knew about the carnivore diet that the health experts or the matrix will never tell you. Bam, 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 bam. Have ChatGPT help you out with the list for this, which is absolutely genius. Back in the day when we used to make these for our clients, these carousels, we'd have to think about the ideas manually. It took like 3 hours to make one of these. You can have GPT make it so fast. And then the call to action, if you want, the last parts about that just being about collagen and how important it is. Boom, call to action. People comment, and you bring in the sales. Literally that straightforward. I'm gonna show you guys a last page just to. Mm, 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 mm. This is, yeah, there we go. So this is Martin in our team's brother. He's been going through the program, taking action on this kind of on the side. Um, and he's built this page, 30,000 followers, 100 posts. He did this in 30 days, literally. He started this page about a month ago. And they're selling something very specific, like some stock market stuff, but which is a hard thing to sell today. It's a hard thing to get somebody to invest $30 to buy a fucking stock market like subscription thing or whatever the fuck. But they've made 30 plus sales in the first 30 days with their account, brand new account, and they're just pumping out content. Now, what they're doing is they're doing the same strategy as you guys are doing with the reels and whatnot. And they are also he's been just absolutely abusing the feature called, why do I forget the name? Like the
Demo
feature that allows. Yes, trial reels. That's
Oh,
it. Trial
all
reels. They've been abusing the trial reel feature exactly. Um, and so the posts that have been popping off, he's just been keeping on his feed. The rest have just been going out into the ethers. But if you see that on your feed or when you post, use it because it's new. Instagram will always it's always overpowered to use these features when they're new on the Instagram platform. So use it if you have access to it. I don't, unfortunately. But that's essentially it. It's a pretty simple process. Then the last bit, obviously, to this whole thing is talking to the audience, engaging, appointment setting on top of it. The ManyChat automation is obviously one way of monetizing. The way that you really maximize the value of the page is through appointment setting, and that's just through talking to people and selling them through the DMs. And that's the whole flow. Super simple, super straightforward. What happens next? What happens next is we are actually going to be moving to Discord. And so the WhatsApp chat will no longer be active from a week or two into the future, where it might take us actually until the end of May to get the Discord set up and rocking and rolling. And so until then, we have the WhatsApp. But once we're up and set on Discord, I'm really excited about that because Discord offers a lot of unique tools in terms of connecting, and you can hop on huddles, voice chats, video chats very easily, very effectively. So it's a nice kind of like playground to work together. But essentially, that's where we're going to be continuing running the community. We're also going to be bringing parts of the school community onto Discord as well, and so there's going to be a lot of engagements there. But that's essentially it. That's the next steps. And so, yeah, from here, Want to see you guys, yeah, continue to rock and roll. Continue to post your updates and results as well inside of the WhatsApp group chat. And then once we move into Discord, we'll keep the flow there. But until the Discord is set up as well, if you guys have questions or anything else that might be coming up for you guys as you're taking action on this, drop it in the WhatsApp chat, and I'm happy to get back to you guys there until we're set up and locked and loaded on Discord. But yeah, that's all. That's what I got. Any last notes, questions, thoughts, reflections? If not, we'll jump into a little meditation to conclude the space. All is clear. All is clear. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, we'll close the space. Close your eyes. A little quick breath. It's connecting again with your body, connecting with gratitude. Gratitude for this body, gratitude for this life, for the ability to show up in community, be around other people on a similar path, having a similar perception of this world, striving to make it better. Gratitude for our computers, for our phones, for the technology that we've been blessed with that allows us to connect with each other. Gratitude for this day, for the sun shining through the window, the food in my fridge, the bed in my room, for this setup. Gratitude for the ability to work, the ability to show up and help other people. Taking a full breath in, connecting to the hearts of everyone in this room, everyone on this Zoom, and letting go with a sigh. And the final note that I will leave you with is this. You're now in the field. You're here. You've shown up. You've invested your time, your money, your energy. You're in the field. And this field is here to support you. Ask for help, and you will get help. This new world, this new earth, this revolution that we lead together. And it's only possible because we lead together, because we hold each other accountable, because we lean on each other. We ask each other for support and help. And so if you need anyone to lean on us, lean on this community. Reach out, ask for support. Breathing in fully to anchor in that. Feeling the feeling of support through your body. Feeling what it feels like to be held, to be honored, to be loved, to be cared for by a community of people. Sit with that feeling. And then let it all go. Come back to this moment, this room. Open up your eyes. Thank you. Thank you guys for being a part of this container. It's been an honor to serve you and support you. And I'm looking forward to following you guys along the journey. Blessings. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Big love. And ping in the community in the WhatsApp if you need any support. All right. Blessings.
Bye, guys.
I love y'all. It's been a joy.